Here we're looking at President, and at this time, General Eisenhower. Eisenhower was a big player in American history in the 40s and 50s. He was the head of the European theater of World War II. So big role, big responsibility. Eisenhower, I think, is a great modern example of a man who lived prudence. He was a man of balance. He was a man who realized that we can't go too far to the left, too far to the right, too far up, too far down, too far back, too far forward. We need to be in the center. We need to be accurate. Eisenhower gave a very famous farewell speech. It kind of ranks up there with JFK's inaugural address and other great speeches of American rhetoric tradition. In this speech, Eisenhower outlines very well, I would say, this virtue of prudence as far as in political activity. I want to read from this. It was easy, Eisenhower warned, to fall prey to, quote, the recurring temptation to feel that some spectacular and costly action could become the miraculous solution to all current difficulties. He reminds us that each proposal must be weighed in the light of a broader consideration, the need to maintain balance in and among national programs. In kind of somewhat of a fever pitch moment, he says, good judgment seeks balance and progress. Lack of it eventually finds imbalance and frustration. And prudence is often called good judgment, 'cause that's basically what it is. Eisenhower exercised a lot of good judgment, I would say, in his ability to keep the Cold War cold. So he's coming right after Truman's coming right after the end of World War II, the beginning of the Cold War. There's a lot of jostling going on with the USSR. People are afraid of war. There's the nuclear proliferation. Things are heating up. Things are ramping up. And what's amazing about Eisenhower is that he is able to kind of play it cool, and he's able to keep Americans in the Army out of of a large engagement head on with the USSR. He's masterful at doing that. Really, he is, as far as his military maneuvering goes, he really exercised a lot of prudence, a lot of balance, a lot of good judgment. And so let's look a little bit more at this virtue of prudence. Prudence is the most important moral virtue. So the other virtues, they help us to live well. We need to be brave, we need to be just, we need to be temperate. But prudence is actually one in which we use our intellect to figure out, what should I do? And if we don't really do what we're supposed to do, we can't possibly be truly brave or truly just or truly temperate, because all of those enable us to do good things. Remember fortitude. Fortitude, we said, is what enables us to do what we know is right, even though it's tough. But if we don't know what is right, we can't do it, even if it's tough. There's no merit in doing something that's tough, but that's bad. So prudence is actually what is able to give form to all of the other virtues, because it helps us to actually order towards good things.